This video is going to look at adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Now, you already know how to add and subtract fractions if you're looking at this video, hopefully. If not, please go back to the adding and subtracting fractions video. We're going to, so you know that adding and subtracting fractions is the same thing, except one you're adding, one you're subtracting. With mixed numbers, not very much else changes. So when you have the same denominator, when you have like mixed numbers, you're going to keep that same denominator for the answer. Nothing changes there. 7 on the bottom, 7 on the bottom, 7 on the bottom. The whole number you're going to add up separately. 3 plus 2 still goes in that whole number area. Then you're going to take the numerator and add that up. 1 plus 5 is 6. So there you have your answer. You take the whole numbers, and those go together, and you take the numerators, and those go together. The denominators don't change. That stays the same. It gets slightly more complicated when you look at mixed numbers that do not have the same denominator. So let's say 5 and 3/5 minus 2 and 5/6. Now, what you want to do here is we're actually going to take those fractions out, and for right now we're going to ignore the whole numbers, and we're just going to treat this like a regular octagon. So we're going to take out 3/5, and we're going to multiply that by a fractional 1, and we're going to get the number for the fractional 1 from this denominator, so it's going to be times 6 over 6. So we have 3 times 6 is 18, and then we have 5 times 6 is 30. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to take out the 5/6. We're going to multiply it by a fractional 1, where we're going to get that from the other fraction. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. Now, we do have to put back in these whole numbers. So we're going to drag that 2 down. We're going to drag that 5 down. You're probably looking at this problem thinking that we can't subtract the numerators because the first numerator is smaller than the second numerator. So what we're going to do is we're going to borrow from the whole number. And here's how that works. The 5 is going to become a 4. Now, you want to, normally if this was a regular whole number, you would just add 10 onto here, but that's not going to make sense here. You want to add a whole nother 1 onto here. What is 1 in this case? What does 1 mean according to this fraction? Well, according to this fraction, it takes 30 pieces to make a whole. So you're going to add 30 more to this numerator. Whatever's in the denominator, you're going to add that to the numerator. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 30 plus 18. It's going to be 48. So this 18 is actually going to become 48 when we borrow. Now we definitely have enough to subtract here. So we're going to do 48 minus 25. 8 minus 5 is 3. We'll come up with 23 for our numerator. You can see I'm kind of shifting over here now. 30 is still the denominator, and now we're subtracting 4 minus 2 for the whole number. And we don't get 4, we actually end up with 2 for our final answer.